Yeah, so let's talk beer league for a second to close us out. As you all know, I play in a beer league in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I have played in this league for a while, full of mostly good sports and good times and all that good stuff. However, 2 weeks ago, it was our second to last game of the regular season, meaning that I just played my last game of the regular season. And this coming Friday, aka 2 days from now, is our first playoff game. However, that's not what this is about. What this is about is 2 weeks ago, we played our second to last regular season game, and we played against a team that was full of absolute losers, is the best way that I can put it.
Losers.
Despite the fact that they beat us, I think, you know what, I'm not going to speculate. Let me just pull up the score sheet because I can do that on Team Snap, which is a great app for all your local beer leagues.
Sponsor
And
us.
yeah, anyway, we played the Beer Barons. Okay. I hate the Beer Barons. All my homies hate the Beer Barons.
Oh my.
We lost 9-3. So yeah, this is coming from like a sore loser or whatever you want to call me, whatever. Anyway, I think you're gonna be on my side when you hear the end of this story. We have played this team once before this year. We played them back in late May. We beat them 7-5. They were annoying then. They were even more annoying this time. And when I say annoying, it's just full of these guys that, like, again, they won 9-3. They were up by more than 4 goals for like most of the game. And I'm gonna blame that fully on the fact that our starting goalie, Brad, he like tore his ACL like halfway through the season. So
Oof.
we've had like sub goalies for the last like literally with Brad, we did not lose a game, and then he tore his shit, and now we've like had a random goalie that like responds to our Facebook messages. Like we just post on like a hockey chat, and like whoever shows up shows up. And so, and this is important for this story. This game against the Beer Barons, the guy who shows up, he's like an older dude. I want to say he's probably like between 40. I'm bad at guessing age, but he's got to be between 40 and 55, somewhere in that range. And he's telling us while he's suiting up, he's like, we're like, hey, dude, thanks so much for coming. Like, this is super last minute. We really appreciate it. We would have had to forfeit. Um, and he's got his kid there too. He's got like his little like 9-year-old kid running around, is like there like to see him play or whatever. He's a nice guy, and he's talking to us. He's like, yeah, sometimes like in the winter time I actually skate out, but usually in the summer I play goalie. Like I started playing goalie when I was young. That was my first position. But I have not been on the ice period in about 4 months. And we were like, okay, yeah, I mean that's a while, I
Yeah.
guess, but like whatever. Like again, thanks for being here. We go out. Honestly, the first period was okay. We were down 2-0 after the first period. And we are like, okay, he made some good stops. He also has like the old looking pad. So like as soon as you see him in the net, you're like, oh no, like this is not gonna be good. And like first period, he like surprised us all, made some nice saves, and we're like, okay, sweet. Second period, he lets in like 6 goals or something like that, and like 4 of them were right through the 5 hole. He's like a tall guy too, and he just couldn't stop the 5 hole. And it was like, all right, like, you know, at that point we're all on the bench. We're like, all right, well, we might as well just like have fun during this one. We're not going to win. It doesn't really matter. So we kind of like, I mean, we're playing. We're not going to like give up. We're trying to score and we're trying to like stop them, but we're not like going that hard. You know what I mean? The Beer Barons are going incredibly hard. They're all like a bunch of tryhards that are like forward checking so hard into the corners. And like, it's a non contact league, but they're still like throwing those shoulders a little bit. And it's like, dude, like, how about you settle the fuck down? And so, of course, that causes us to be kind of chirping them at the face-off dots and be like, how about you guys like chill the fuck out, you know? Like, and they're like, oh, whatever, you're scoreboard, you're losing. And it's like, yeah, we know. We're literally telling you to
We know.
chill because we like enough.
We agree on that.
Yeah. And it's like, stop saying scoreboard when like we're like, yeah, we're pointing to the scoreboard and saying scoreboard.
Like that's
like,
why we're talking to
yeah.
you, like scoreboard. Like,
and so then this is like late second period. This guy, number 9, he's got like some Carl Hagelin hair, and he's got like it's like popping out the like things of his helmet. You know what I mean? Like popping
Yeah.
out the ear holes of his helmet, and it like looks really stupid. And so like we're making fun of him because he's like the biggest tryout out there, like really grinding into the corners. Like everybody's played with a guy like this before. Just he doesn't know when to like turn it off, and like sometimes that's a good quality, but in beer league it's like never
It's a horrible quality in beer league.
You have to know when to like just chill out and not be that guy. And so they literally get a power play in like the third period, like halfway through the third period, and I'm killing the penalty. I'm in the corner just trying to get the puck and like send it down the ice and like get a change. And he slew foots me. Like he no joke, like kicks the back of my leg and like pulls me down. And also I forgot to mention this. Normally we have two refs on the ice, one of which is this young guy named Billy that we all know. And like he's really good. He knows all of us. He knows everybody on like all the teams. He's a great ref. He wasn't there that game. And instead we only had one ref this game. And he was this old guy that we had like never seen before. And before the game even started, he came up to us and he was like, hey guys, I can't see that well. So like, especially because I'm the only guy, if the puck goes into the netting, I will have no idea. So you all need to like yell like net, and like.
I mean, you got to appreciate the heads up at least.
Well, for
like,
sure,
I mean, yeah.
But he was right because it happened a million times, and I'm not saying like one or two guys need to be like, hey, net. Like, no, everybody on the ice needed to go net, up. It went away, net. And then finally he'd be like, oh, what happened? And like blow the whistle. Like this guy was slow and he didn't see anything. And so number 9, Carl Hagelin slew foots me, whatever. Now I'm pissed. I get up. I'm losing 8-2 or whatever it is. And I'm like, dude, like, buddy, fuck off. Like, I'm getting mad at him. I'm starting to curse at him. And he's like, whoa, he's kind of like ignoring me and just like looking at me and like skates off, gets off the ice. I get off the ice. More shit continues to happen. I tell my teammates, I'm like, this guy, I want to make this guy's day suck. And they're all like, oh, just like, let it go. Whatever. I know he's been annoying me too, but like, let it go. I'm like yelling like obscenities at him from the bench. And they're all like, buddy, like calm down. We got you. And then here's the icing on the cake. This is like what you've been waiting for, all you people out here, like get to the point. This is the point. There's like 10 seconds left on the clock. 9-3 is the scoreboard, which is the final score. And we get the puck. We have the puck. And literally we do like a little like D-to-D pass. And then our D-man is just like, all right, like, yeah, there's 10 seconds. And just like literally sauces the puck right to their guy. So like one of their random guys, he gets it and then just like leaves it and starts skating back to his bench. And there's still like 10, 9, 8, like it's starting to tick down. And everyone's just like, okay, cool. We're going to like look away. Nobody's going to do anything now. We're just going to let this clock run out. Number 9, skates as fast as he can, grabs the puck from like the red line, center ice. Keep in mind, our goalie, our old ass goalie who hasn't been on the ice in 6 months and just let in 9 goals, and his kids standing there behind the net, like watching him like, good job, Dad. I love you anyway, even though you got your ass kicked. He's like ready to like grab his water and like lift his helmet up and like take a squirt and like get off the ice, right? And so he's like about to do that. Number 9 grabs the puck and just rockets a clap bomb from center ice, like at our goalie's like head, basically. Now, whether he meant to shoot it high or not, like whatever. But the
I don't understand how you
shoot
it
right now.
I'm
how do you
serious.
shoot it at all? How do you shoot it at all when that like clearly everybody has stopped playing?
Right.
So he rockets one from center ice, and holy shit, dude! Like all hell broke loose.
Good. Yeah.
And I yelled. I was like, "That's the guy! Like that's the guy!" And all my teammates were like, suddenly on my side. They're like, "Okay, yeah, you're right.
Fuck this guy, yeah."
And in the handshake line, it was getting bad. Everybody,
Good.
You fucking nutless piece of shit. Like,
good.
Like, we were like punching him and like throwing. And you want to know the biggest telltale sign of how we were in the right? None of his teammates bailed him out. None of them did, because they all knew. They were all like, "This guy's he crossed the line. Like, what is he doing?" And like, even at the end of the game, we're yelling at him like, "You piece of shit, dude! Like, learn to read a room, like whatever." He's still yelling back at us like, "You guys just got your asses kicked, like blah blah blah," and we're like, That is the point. That is really why we're telling you that what you just did was stupid, because and he didn't score any of their 9 goals either, right? So it's like he was trying to get a fucking goal at the buzzer, and it's like, give it up, bro.
My blood is boiling right now.
We literally tried to we were so upset that we get out to the parking lot after the game.
There we go. I was going to say parking lot.
And
here we go.
So our ice rink is called the National Pettit Center and is directly next to where the state fair is held. And normally, like for like 10 months of the year, nothing happens at those fairgrounds. But for like 3 weeks of the year, which is like right now, it just ended and it was like starting during this game. There's a giant state fair next door. And so there's police on horse in the parking lot.
Oh
there's like literally like thousands of people. There's a Ferris wheel, there's rides, there's like turkey legs, everything are right next door to the hockey arena. So we come outside and like, I took forever in the locker room because I was like showering and having a beer and then whatever. And I'm leaving. And by the time I get out there, there's just like these cops just kind of like standing around. And I'm just holding a hockey bag and I'm like coming out and like one of the cops comes up to me and is like, were you just playing in like the game that happened or whatever? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, you're going right home, right? Like, where are you going? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, just like, we don't want you guys like loitering in the parking lot. There's been like some issues like in the last couple minutes and we're just trying like,
so like guys that had gone out there before
I don't
you,
know
I guess,
what
or like,
happened. I don't know
chirping,
because there wasn't a lot of talk about it the following week, but it sounds like there was some shit because
yeah.
And even when we got off the ice, like the guy was still trying to yell. Like this guy is just, he's got a fucking target on his back. And here's the best part of it. They're the number 1 seed. We're the number 2 seed going into playoffs, which start this weekend. So we're probably going to meet in the finals in like a week or two. And everybody, literally everybody in our locker room was like, we're going to make this guy's life miserable.
Call Chris Nell to be your goalie.
And DeSalvo.
He's from Wisconsin.
You're right. We should. Yeah.
Hit him up. Drive up, step on your wing.
Anyway, get both of them. See how close they live.
I apologize for how long-winded that all was.
Oh no, dude, you got some storytelling
about it. So,
dude, I would be so pissed if that happened.